Your art is cringy. It's too unrealistic. It doesn't have enough color. It doesn't have enough detail, because you should at least put some effort into it. Put some effort into it like everyone else's. Make these lines a little more fluid. Add this, add that, and it will be perfect. Make the animation more smooth, so much to the point where it looks like it's going to jump off the screen. Draw the hair like this and not that. Don't make the eyes so prominent and bulging. Add more detail. We are artists. Artists are people who create, who bring color into the world, whose imagination and way of forming these colors are one of a kind and unique. Unique. That's a word that has been crossed off the list of descriptions used to describe other people's work. A word that means so much, but to the fans of your work is just an understatement. A little girl in grade 5 who has a family and friends who love her cried to sleep as she was surrounded by the demons in her head who scream words of "your art is not enough." She called her own art cringy because she couldn't make it as detailed, lively, and smooth as other artists out there. Even if people were not putting her down for it, she still felt helpless. In fact, people like me complimented her for her work, but the same useless adjectives kept swarming back into her head, knocking her down because she told herself, "They just pity me." Underrated, talented, smooth, awesome, beautiful. These words are directed to the ones who are skilled but unnoticed. As your popularity grows, so does your reputation, because more and more people can see you, but that also means more and more criticism. Whether it was constructive criticism or not, she still beat herself up like she was stabbing her own voodoo doll. With the demons swirling inside her head, she painted a facade on her face that said, "I'm okay," but what it truly said was, "I'm broken." Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, you catch the artist by the toe. If they holler, don't let them go, because your mother told you to pick the best one for you to review and rate. They can vote for 10 out of 10 stars, but only the 10 stars count, and that there is no 11, 12, and the numbers of ratings don't go on forever because they only stop at 10. Your art is cringy. Those videos of cringe animation meme compilations are like books, filled with hundreds of reasons for people to look at that artist and laugh at them. I'm not talking about tracers or stealers of other people's art, because those people don't have a single drop of audacity in their heart to even try at making their own content. To make such a bold move, and to be made fun of for doing their best. Maybe they didn't push themselves. Perhaps they didn't push as hard as they could. But I can tell you one thing. No one ever pushes themselves with their art for every single project they create. We all slack a little bit. We experiment, and that's okay, but to the rest of the world, it is not. All artists have styles that can be improved. However, if not encouraged correctly, they can be erased, redone, and erased again like a broken record. These artists who are only seen as a mockingbird, who don't just hit a note right, are the objects at the center of pure hate. They have the same amount of talent as anyone else, only they don't have enough experience. But guess what? Less experience means less appreciation. Take it from a girl by the name of Shawnti, whose older videos could have been annexed in cringe compilations, but just by chance, didn't. 500 subscribers later, she looked back at other artists who weren't as lucky, who were caught in a spiderweb full of their own lies and insecurities that they told themselves. The spiders weaving those webs don't even have to be the ones that say to them, "Put in a little more effort." They could be staring at themselves for all we know, broken and bruised from how they can't live up to a certain standard, which society today calls underrated talent. Your art is cringy. Why must we tell that to ourselves just as girls tell themselves they're not pretty enough? Does pretty equal talented in the art community? Does sexy equal underrated? Girls all over the world die every year from resisting the urge to take the tiniest bite of food, to even taste a droplet of water, waiting until the life is drained from their bodies, because according to the rest of society, the skinnier you are, the prettier you are. So if that is true, then the more experienced you are in art, the more talented you are. Girls who have a little body weight are awarded titles of fat, thick, and pig. If we do not just do that to girls, but also animators and artists, we aren't even human anymore. We are lifeless and cold aliens, and all we do is beat the young and inexperienced up for trying. If artists dare to put out their work just as any girl or woman dares to go outside in public or post a picture of themselves on social media, then there's always going to be those people who want to put them down and rub the dirt of shame in their nose. Anorexia is not just an addiction. It's a pill that you got from the drugstore, and the front of the bottle said that if you take it, all your worries would drown away, but what you're really doing is killing yourself, just as smoke makes your lungs burn up until you're dead. The same concept applies to artists and animators all over the globe. People have different styles, but yet there always seems to be something wrong with it. Whether they're being attacked for even trying, or feel like they can't live up to their inspiration's level, they are scared and fearful of failing. But we can fight this. Your art, even if no one or I have ever seen it, or if you've been picked on for spreading your imagination out there, or have pressured yourself into submission. Your art is beautiful. You know it is, deep down. Those who gave up don't believe their art is, but the ones who keep trying, like me, my friends, and you, a lovely viewer, you can try. Failure is not something wrong. It can be looked at as a stepping stone to lead you into the future. If people put you down for your art, think to yourself if they could do better, because true artists don't break each other down, only the critics do that. True artists help each other. Your art is not cringy. Your art is beautiful.